Hello everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and you know who it is, and it's time for our monthly Why You Know Review, where I go over Gauntlet style, a series of albums that I didn't get a chance to do a formal review on this past month, but I'm going to talk about them here, round them all up in a series of very short, bite-sized videos. I hope you enjoy them. Down there in the description, we'll link you to a playlist where you can catch more of our Why You Know reviews, and that's it. Here's the video. It's better than Excuse My French. It's better than Excuse My French. And don't try to take that away from Mr. Montana, because it's true. Okay? It's true. I've stepped out of my body to tell you that this album is boring. It's going to put you to sleep. It's boring. It's boring. If you're looking for some funky, groovy R&B and neo-soul with some nice live organic instrumentation, check this thing out. I think it's JMSN's most promising project so far. But, you know, I will say in the future, maybe some more instrumental dynamics, maybe some more risks taken with the songwriting, because even as short as this project is, I think it did run a little one-dimensional by the time it was sort of near its finish. But still, though, great performances, great singing, some good songwriting, very passionate singing on this thing. I don't know. Again, not a lot of bad things to say. I just was wanting more by the end of the project, wanting more sounds, more variety, more of everything. But, you know, there's like a strong baseline of talent here to sort of build upon, build big and great things upon, I think. Finally, what I've always wanted, Big Sean and Coldplay on the same fucking song. Why? I know it's taken me a while to comment on this, but you know, it's not because it took me a long time to figure out it was good. It's really not the reason. I'm gonna be honest, I just see no reason to be excited about a Meek Mill project at this point. I really don't. I don't see the hype. Just kind of seems like your average lazy day indie rock record to me. I have nothing else to say. So now all the original thrash metal bands sound over the hill, and the bands essentially that are 10 to 20 years younger than them and are reviving that sound sound over the hill now too. We're fucked. I don't know. I mean, while this is by no means a terrible Boris album, it's incredibly recorded, it's super heavy, like the drones are powerful and intoxicating. You could really get lost in the sound of this album. In a lot of ways, this is really Boris's triumphant return to sludgier, dronier, doomier territory. I mean, we haven't heard the band embrace the sound this deep and this sort of long-winded and this ambient in a way in a long time. However, I just feel like a lot of what Boris is doing is so typical for them at this point, and it's just so much less, I guess, layered and intricate and innovative as a lot of the music in this style they've released in the past. I mean, if you're a hardcore Boris fan, and you most likely are if you have interest in this record, you've most likely heard their older records in this style. If you're stumbling upon and you care about this album, you're probably going to hear just a lot of familiar territory here. And if you merely want to hear the band indulge in a lot of things they've done before, maybe with less finesse and less cutting-edge ideas, be my guest. But it just kind of strikes me as a little average. There are a few highlights on this thing, but you know, a lot of typical tracks and a lot of average tracks. Just kind of feels like Foster the People's usual bland, very safe, very middle-of-the-road songwriting style, without many memorable qualities to it, just sort of laid on top of more contemporary production, more boomy pieces of percussion. You know, the humble indie and somewhat psych pop influenced sounds that they sort of rode in on are completely gone, and now they're just riding over a bunch of gutless synthetics, and I don't know, just doesn't really feel like anything, just like before, but even worse. This is essentially one of those producer-curated projects where there's a few good singles, a few good bangers here and there, but for the most part it lacks direction, it lacks a strong character and persona, it runs like a compilation, the song quality is greatly dependent on whether or not the guest on the track is good or gives a good performance. You know, I will probably look forward to maybe a Mura Masa single here and there in the future, but an entire album? Ugh. Oh, I can't. I cannot with these vocals. I cannot. I just can't. Musician, have you given these albums a listen? Did you love them? Did you hate them? What would you rate them? You're the best, what should I review next? Hit the like if you like, please subscribe, and please don't cry. Just leave an angry comment in the comments if you're angry. Click on the video next to my head, watch another video, hang out longer with your boy, or click on the link to subscribe to the channel. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you in the next video. Forever.